At Niherst, the Creative Design Lab, where we came from, the mandate in the Creative Design Lab is creativity and innovations, as well as functioning with up-to-date technology. And the Creative Design Lab will develop workshops that would be encamped around the school's curriculum, secondary school's curriculum, which presently these workshops are circulated around the physics and technical education forms 3 syllabus. Right, so these workshops would educate the students here at the Bishop High School and the other students who would be participating later this week in the following workshops. So these workshops would assist with the school's curriculum as well as educate the students with creating a sustainable future for us all to live in.
It will improve the understanding of robotics, and it will simplify it to an extent in a way that they will understand it. Right? It will also help the IT students, right, or those who are interested in doing and pursuing IT careers or anything regarding programming, also in mechanical engineering to a point. Right? It will help them expand their knowledge on what robots are, and it will hopefully motivate them to pursue something in robotics, a career in robotics.
I am very glad to be part of this initiative of the Division of Education through the Science Center, to be able to bring Niherst and NGC Science Center from Trinidad in their pursuit to educate the children and as well as to help them appreciate science as it is in science and tech. This workshop here, renewable energy, you could see the children are building a lot of solar panels. They're trying to create circuit boards, how to generate electricity using solar panels and all that. I've been watching them all this while. It's been very, very interactive, interesting. The children have been willing, showing interest in it.
We explain basic programming and even the other 4 languages of programming. Right? They're writing code, but they're not actually writing code. They're preset codes, but they're going through a flowchart. Right? It's a flowchart type of programming, right? So they actually listen commands and programming the robot, telling the robot what to do.
This is a wonderful program. This is the 3rd year running. Coming out of it has been lots of enthusiasm. Each year it targets the Form 3 students, and so it's a new group every year, and there's lots and lots of enthusiasm. Children get very, very excited about it. Even students who may normally be a little bored in the classroom, here they're seeing and doing things, and actually able to use a computer and program, create a robot from it that actually works. So it's really a very exciting time for students and generates a lot of interest in this subject.
Yes, I think it is very wise. Our government should take this into consideration because we are in a situation that we have tropical climate, and that is good because we have a lot of sun. So that will do good for our solar energy, wherein that we'll have enough solar power to generate big buildings and factories and so on. So I think indeed it is a wise decision to implement this in the Caribbean.
Basically, this is a Kelvin wind turbine generator. So if you were to spin the windmill, the generator is going to produce enough electricity to light the bulbs as shown. When we stop spinning, no electricity, we spin, the bulbs light. Right? The generator produces electricity. One component that is missing is a device called a capacitor or a battery that would store the energy. So if we were to stop spinning the wind turbine, we would not be, the bulbs would not stop lighting. Again, spin the turbine, produce electricity, the bulbs light. Right, so the bulbs is just one example of utilizing the energy being produced by the wind turbine or the wind generator. Next we have what is called the Kelvin solar energy farm. Basically what is happening here, a solar farm is a number of solar panels. Here we have 6 solar panels in this farm connected in series. Right, right now the bulbs are not lighting. If you were to apply the light to the solar panels, see that the bulbs are lighted. Alright, so we could probably change the connection from the bulbs. We have a little motor with a propeller on it. These solar panels are not producing enough electricity, the quantity of electricity needed to actually propel the propeller on the motor. Alright, next we have a solar powered night light. Right, if we were to remove the light from the solar panel, the light would not shine. Yeah, you can apply it. Yeah, the light coming on with use of solar energy. So basically these are 3 prototypes, 3 small prototypes that we normally use to carry out demonstrations, live demonstrations, whereby solar and wind energy are concerned, based on the workshops that is being conducted.
Because we are in a situation that we have tropical climate, and that is good because we have a lot of sun, so that will do good for our solar energy, wherein that we'll have enough solar power to generate big buildings and factories and so on. So I think indeed it is a wise decision to implement this in the Caribbean.
This concept car uses hydrogen to get the engine started in the car. Right? This concept car, we use solar energy to get the process of electrolysis started. I don't know if you want to zoom into the back. At the back here we have 3 tanks. This big tank is tank number 1. This is where the H2O or the water is poured. Right, the smaller tanks, H2O is basically it's 2 parts hydrogen, 1 part oxygen. So the bigger the second size tank here, the hydrogen would go there, and the oxygen would go across it, because again it's 2 part hydrogen, 1 part oxygen. So after we apply the light to the solar panels, the hydrogen and the oxygen is going to be separated from each other via this cell here, right? And process whereby that occurs is called electrolysis. Electrolysis basically separates the hydrogen from the oxygen, and the hydrogen gas is what we're going to use to operate the motor. When enough hydrogen gas has been accumulated within the tank, we could remove the light and remove the solar panel, and the vehicle would be moving using hydrogen gas only. this type of knowledge is needed because based on the workshops that we have been carrying out and the questions that we have been entertaining, the questions that was posed to us to answer, a lot of students, they are the future generation, right? And if they are not educated with preserving the environment, how else would they know? I mean, we'll know via what we hear and what we learn, but a lot of things has been taken for granted. And this workshop would take them into the technical and the technological aspects of creating a sustainable future for us all. And it will have them thinking in a direction that definitely would be beneficial for us all.
Music.
Well, at first it was new to them, so it was kind of difficult for them to understand. But what we also do, we have modules that explain the theoretical aspect of robotics, right? And by explanation of this, we actually use reference to the curriculum, like the science curriculum in use. In that sense, we speak about the physics aspect of robotics, and we also discuss the programming aspect of robotics.
The facilitators were very eloquent in their delivery. I understood very well. The modules were excellent. I must say thumbs up to the facilitators. Thank you to the Niherst for bringing them here, and it was very informative.
It's my desire that this kind of program will be for the long term, and the initiative could be improved upon, but it's very good, and the students are willing and desire for it to come back sometime, maybe in future, so that we could continue, maintain the momentum, you know, so that science can continually be advertised as it is. And from the way the theory has been arranged is really taking care of the tech ed, because it's more practical oriented, and the students they're really following, and I hope that this thing will be a thing that will consistently be done in the island through the Division of Education, the Secretary, in our new policy and education is to enhance and advertise science as much as possible, both in primary and in secondary.
Yeah, I really like Tobago actually. The accommodation has been well, we have been received well by the teachers and the schools we have gone to, and this is more or less an annual project, so I look forward to coming back.